Greetings, greetings, greetings. We are live. As you come in, let me know that you can hear me. Just want to wait and get a good word in the chat. See if you guys can hear me. Okay, let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Or is the wind drowning me out? Can you hear me? All right, sounds good. Okay, let's get started. I'm out here communing with Mother Yemanja. This is where I come to relax. This is where I come to ground myself, to get my mind right, and to cleanse, to heal, to have my time of solitude, and come to also do my yoga and move my body, right? So, bringing you guys along today because I wanted to do a quick live to discuss tonight's free introductory Black Witchcraft class. Okay, so for the people who are new, I am the Apetabi Iolosha Oshunyemi Akalatunde, and I help Black women and femmes to recognize their divinity, to let go of the yoke of muledom, and to live freely and unapologetically through spiritual empowerment in the form of Black witchcraft and Orisha studies. That is what I do. I have been teaching these courses for the past 12 years, and that is what tonight's live stream is about. So the courses that I began with when I first started teaching were courses called Black Witchcraft. Seems like a simple name, but at that time, the name caused a lot of controversy. I actually lost friends, lost colleagues, friends that I knew from all over the world were opposed to me teaching a Black Witchcraft class. I had some sister friends' husbands forbid them to take the class and to also tell them they had to stop following me on social media. So at the time when I first put the class up, it was a huge disruptor of what Black women were doing culturally at the time. Since then, praise the deities, praise the goddesses, praise the mothers, Black witchcraft has become much more acceptable as a way of life for Black women. And we have gotten many more people who are interested in teaching the history of witchcraft from a Black woman's perspective. So I am happy and excited and honored to have spearheaded that movement. And I'm also excited and happy and honored to take it back tonight, right? Tonight we're going to spin the block. So yesterday I did a survey on all of my social media with the exception of YouTube, and I also did a survey for members of my website, because I do have a website, and that is where I'm able to post a lot more personal information, information that goes a lot more in depth, and that's where you'll always be able to catch me just in case the algorithm is keeping me away from you on these social media platforms. But the website is gottobioshun.org. I'll put all the information in the description once we're done with this live. But yesterday I did a survey. I started out, of course, with my website members, because that's my family, that's my inner circle, that's my coven. And I asked for the series of classes that we're going to begin, what would you guys rather we dip into? Should we dip into the mysteries of the Orisha, where I teach a class about each Orisha and go in depth about what that Orisha, how that Orisha operates on earth and how we interact with that Orisha? Or should I teach a class about the fundamentals and history of Black witchcraft? overwhelmingly, something like 67% on Instagram and 87% on TikTok, people wanted the Black Witchcraft. I didn't do the percentage of the emails that I received back from my coven members, from the people who are members on my website, but overwhelmingly there as well, they wanted Black Witchcraft. So everybody wanted Black Witchcraft. So I've heard y'all, the people have spoken. I'm for the people. So tonight we are going to have a free introductory class to Black Witchcraft. What is Black Witchcraft? Black Witchcraft is specifically the source. It is specifically the origin of creation. It is specifically the mother that squatted and gave birth to the all. Ashe? Black Witchcraft is a course that I conceived to assist and to maintain Black women's and femmes being centered in the very, very specific type of power that we carry and hold in this universe. I was talking to one of my goddaughters yesterday, and I was saying that as a priestess in the tradition, it is our duty and responsibility to always, sorry guys, ate some fruit before I got on here. It is our duty and responsibility to always be protecting and projecting the divine Black feminine constantly. That is what we are here to do. And the divine Black feminine requires protection because every single day she's being attacked. Right? There ain't no day I'm gonna come up on here. Ain't no day I'm gonna get up in these social media streets where somebody ain't attacking the divine Black feminine. And I ain't even talking about systematic attacks. I ain't even touching on the patriarchy, systematic racism, capitalism. I ain't touching on that right now. I'm just saying in everyday conversations where people feel that they are just, just chilling, just shooting the breeze. Many, many times they are attacking the divine Black feminine. We live in a society that is based on trying very hard to destroy, but at the very least being comfortable with suppressing and oppressing the divine Black feminine. And so Black Witchcraft is a course that I created to combat that. Because we as Black women and femmes have been raised, and have gotten very used to seeing our power denigrated, seeing our physical form denigrated, being treated as mules, having the expectation that we are responsible for the economic, emotional, sexual, and physical health of our entire community, because that's how we as Black women have been socialized. It is a constant push and a constant battle to remind us of our divinity, to remind us of our power, and to teach us how to sit in and operate in and be steadfast and unapologetic in that power that we inherently carry. Power, true power, what our ancestors called Ashe, the power to make things happen, is not the power over. It is the power of. It is inherent. It comes with you. You do not have to suppress someone else. You do not have to repress anyone else. You do not have to make anyone else feel small. That's power over. That's not power. That's domination. True power is the power of. Okay? And so that is the purpose of Black Witchcraft. To show you, to be that mirror that shows you the power of Black femininity, the divine Black feminine, and to sit in its rise and to participate in and also to embrace and gain more power from its rise. Because make no mistake, what we're seeing currently in this age of Aquarius that our parents sang about before we were born. For some of y'all's grandparents. But for me, it was my parents singing about the dawning of the age of Aquarius. It's here now. We're living in it. And one of the big factors of the age of Aquarius is the rise of the divine black feminine. So that is what we are experiencing. When we see how things are changing, we see how things are shifting, we see different things that are coming up. That is the rise of the divine black feminine. So we want to see ourselves in that power shift, but not only see ourselves, but tap into what that power shift has to offer us, right? Okay, so tonight, along those lines, I am offering a free introductory Black Witchcraft course. Tonight's class will just be an introduction. It is going to give you an idea of how the rest of the course will go. It is going to give you an idea of the type of meat and substance and information you're going to get from the other 4 classes, right? Tonight is just to whet your appetite. Tonight is just to give you a little idea of what's going to happen, right? Tonight will be, as I can see the people signing up, this is going to be a kind of a family reunion, right? All the old heads, all the original black witches, all the witches that's been rocking with me for a decade is going to be in the house, right? We're all going to be there. So it will be a moment of celebration. It will be a moment of reflection. And for all of y'all who are new, it's going to be a beginning point for you. I had a sister tell me on Instagram last night. She said that what Black Witchcraft has, and my classes in general, have done for her is that they have restructured the neurological pathways in her brain. Right? Ashe. Because that's the purpose. I want to disrupt the narrative that you have running that tells you that you're less than. And I want to insert the narrative that explains to you who and what you actually are, so that you can begin to live the life that you know that you were born to live. You may notice that I post a lot of content on the beach. It is because for my entire life, since the first time I saw a beach on television when I was a little girl, I wanted to live close to a beach. I knew that this is where I was supposed to be. I knew that this was my place of power. The ocean has always called to me. And this is before I knew I was a child of Washun. Of course, all the rivers run to the sea. It's before I had any idea about those particular spiritual truths that I carry and walk with in this lifetime. But I always wanted to live in a tropical climate. I always wanted to live close to the ocean. Even watching shows and movies and videos about the ocean has always been healing to me. So I film by the beach because I want to show you that the life that you have always dreamed of is possible. It is possible. And more importantly, you are entitled to everything that you've always dreamed of. Let me say that again because I want that to sink in. I use specific wordings because I want it to have a specific impact. You are entitled to the life that you have always dreamed of. You are entitled to be in the place and the space that is the most healing and uplifting for you. You are entitled to bring resources and income to yourself in the way that pleases you the most and makes you the happiest and puts a smile on your face and keeps you from being stressed. You are entitled to friends and relationships and partnerships that completely and totally support you and completely and totally support what you're working towards. You're entitled to that. It is your right. You came here with a right to those things, right? That is what Black Witchcraft is for. It's to every time we meet, remind you of that, impress that upon your head, and then teach you practical, magical techniques to keep you grounded in that space. Yes, I'm streaming in YouTube, and yes, you will have to sign up. There is a link. I'll put the link in this description box. I'll be streaming publicly tonight here on YouTube, so you'll always have access to it. But there will be a link in the description box where you can sign up. Signing up on the link is what you want to do because that also makes you a part of my personal coven, makes you a part of the website, so we'll be able to talk, discuss, and you'll have access to that exclusive content that only exists there on the website. All right? I'm in the Eastern time zone. So right now, I have no idea what time it is right now because there's no time stamp up here, but I'm in the Eastern time zone. Okay. So in addition to keeping you centered in exactly who and what you are, I also give you practical techniques that have been passed down for ages. So I'm what you call a hereditary witch. That means I come from a family of witches. I knew that I was a witch from the time I was about 4. That was when my mother told me that I was a witch and that I come from a long line of witches. So that is a hereditary witch. So the techniques that I share, the herbs that I share, the practices that I share come from my lineage hundreds of years back. In addition to that, I've been studying witchcraft for about 30 years, just on my own. And so many of the techniques that I share with you also come from my own personal study. So as I'm sharing the techniques, what we will work on, we'll have tonight's introductory class. The next class will be the history and the fundamentals of being a black witch. What is the history behind it? Who was the first black witch? When did black women start being witches? How is being a witch historically and scientifically connected to being a black woman or femme? That's what that first class is going to deal with. The second class is going to be using herbs in black witchcraft. How do we use herbs and roots and leaves and flowers to draw to us those things that we want and need, and to ensure that we have the life that we're entitled to, right? The third class will be the use of crystals, stones, and otan. Otan is a name for a sacred stone in the Yoruba language. You all know that I'm also, in addition to being a hereditary witch, I am a priestess of Oshun for almost 30 years, right? And so in some of my courses, I do incorporate some of the practices coming from the Ifa tradition. I will always tell you when I'm sharing something like that because all of the Black Witchcraft courses do not incorporate that. But for the stone class, we will be learning about crystals, otans, and sacred stones and how we use those implements to keep ourselves grounded and centered, to keep our spaces safe and secure, to keep our minds clear, to keep our wombs and our bodies healthy and centered, and to make sure that physically we're in the vibration that we need to be in to gather to us all of those things that we want and desire. So you have your herbal class, you have your fundamentals of Black Witchcraft class, which includes history, and then you have your stone class, your crystals and your stones class. The final class in the Black Witchcraft series is a spell casting class. So spell casting, root work, and conjure. What are the ways that black witches cast the spell? What are the methods that we use to bring ourselves into a ritual time and space and bend reality? How have our ancestral mothers done that? And how can we use them as an example to do this for ourselves? That will be the final class. So tonight is the free introduction. And after that, every week on a Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we will have one of these classes that I just described to you. Each class will be $25. You can buy all 4 classes or all 5 classes because you'll get a link to the free introductory one as well. You can get all 5 classes for $95, or if you choose, you can buy each class for $25, right? That is your choice. If you choose to get the $95 class, you will have the option of paying that in installments, right? The website will give you that option, okay? So what I want you to do is to make sure that you're ready to tune in tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be coming back from yoga. So I might be running just a teensy-weensy bit late because when I get back from yoga, I like to ranch down before I come and talk to y'all. Ain't nobody gonna come and talk to y'all with yoga sweat and beach dirt and all that kind of stuff on their body, right? That ain't of God, right? The goddess don't want that. So I range down a little bit and then I'm gonna pop on and we will start at 8:30. So that is our class for tonight. Share the video. Make sure and let all your friends and all your sister witches and all your coven members and all your sister goddesses and sister queens and sister kings know that Black Witchcraft is back. We back, right? We done spin the block. We back. We doing this thing again. Make sure to let everyone know tonight is the free introductory class. And after that, we will be having a class each week, only $25 per class. If you want to buy the entire package, $95 that you can pay in 4 installments, I believe is what the website is going to offer you. All right. Love you guys. Got to go because I have 3 million things to do and I got to get started finishing up, see all my work and stuff. The rest of this work that I have to do while I'm out here by the sea. Ecstasy, abundance, and bliss. To everyone within the sound of my voice that is wishing the same for me and mine. And as always, we wish the lessons of life on any idiot who is ignorant enough to wish us otherwise. I'm going to let you guys speak out your intentions, your needs, your wants, and your desires to the Great Mother, Yemanja. And then after that, we will end the live stream. But let me give you some time with Mother Ocean before we do that. All right, I hope you got a moment to speak your intentions out to Mother. I hope you got to make sure that you told her exactly what you want, because Mama be on the main line. And it is her intention for us to have exactly what it is that we want. We are her sweet baby girls. All right, I look forward to seeing everybody tonight. I am so excited. We're going to cut up a little bit. We're going to act a little bit of a fool. But then we're going to also share some salient information. Let me look through these comments, make sure that everybody has gotten their questions answered. There is always a replay available. The replay will be immediately available after the class. As soon as the class is done, the replay will be available. Oh, thank you, Egun Tola. I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. All questions answered. Love you guys. Look forward to seeing you tonight. Please share so that your friends can come out and get this goodness. Anybody who has been saying, "Ooh, I can't wait till she teach another class. Ooh, I can't wait till she do that class again. Ooh, I can't afford her classes. Ooh, this, that, and the other." We have removed all of those obstacles. Tonight's class is free. Every class after that is going to be $25. Even if you want to have every class in the series, it's $95 and you ain't got to pay that up front. You can do that in $23 installments. So we done removed all them obstacles. Come on and get your power. Y'all see the people testifying in the comments? Do y'all see the people testifying in the comments? This is what I share with you in Black Witchcraft is the tools that I use to get free. And your freedom comes initially from a change in the narrative that you play in your mind. After that, you will be able to put everything in place that you need to on the physical plane. I promise you. I guarantee you. All right. Enjoy. See, come on in the room. I think that's how we gonna start tonight, Drea. We're gonna get a little singing, a little hymnal going at the beginning. Come on in the room. All right, love you guys. See you tonight. Please share.